Hi, good people. Another motivational Monday with moments with Rev Joyce. Karibu sana. I hope you're enjoying the other episodes that we've aired. And because of your support and your love, you continue to encourage us to continue on. And I remember some time back, I think last week or the week after, I was not able to upload. And someone asked me, why didn't you upload? And such comments really inspire me and encourage me to know that I have a following, people who follow up and are encouraged and are growing. Last week I was talking about the support system. And I was looking at it and asking that who is your support system? And for me, it really means a lot that we all have a support system. And one thing that I just want to crown it all and to connect to what I'm going to share today is that a support system does not necessarily have to be someone who is older than you always. It could be even your daughter or your son who at your lowest moment, they encourage you to soldier on. These are the people who in a race will tell you, keep on running the race. You're about to finish. You're going to excel. And so today I want to connect the dots with this and talk about the crossroad. Actually, the title for this will just be At the Crossroad. We all get through dilemmas at some point in life. We all get through a crossroad, and a crossroad would look in the way we would draw it is when you get to a turn where it's turning to the right and to the left. And at a crossroad, it all depends who you walk with on the either side in your dilemma that you're going through. It's just like you're going through a very difficult moment and you're trying to analyze it yourself. You sit down, you analyze, it's stressing you, it is weighing you down. And then you go to a friend for advice, and on the way they take advantage of you because you're vulnerable. And in your vulnerability, they mislead you, they misguide you. And one thing that I've learned by the virtue that God has enabled me and blessed me to be a mentor, to encourage people. So many people have come to me at their crossroad. One thing that I always say within myself, that I may be of a good encouragement that this person, when they get towards when they reach to their end goal, they can surely say you are of help to them. And in their vulnerability, many people take advantage of others. So the question is, why I'm talking about a crossroad is, at your crossroad, who are your advisors? Who talks to you? Who are the people that direct your steps in that moment? And when I talk about vulnerability, it could be grief. It could be loss. It could be anything that has a loss of a job. It could be just anything that you're going through and is very gross on you and is very heavy on you. What kind of advice do you get? Who are the people that walk with you through that journey? It is as important to critically look, who do you tell? Or rather, to put it in another way, I'm looking for a language that would mince it down so that we can understand. When you're going through a challenge, who do you confide in? Who do you tell your challenges? And that person, do they help you or they make the situation worse? What kind of comments do they give at that vulnerable stage? And still, when you look at that situation, do you leave there feeling better or worse than you went? If they're sapping the little energy that you had, achana now, because they are of no value. But if it is someone who fills you up in your vulnerability, in your weakest moment, that is a good support system. At your crossroad, the people, either way, if you take the right, it is still away. If you take the left, it is still away. But at the end of it all, there is a consequence, a good result or a bad result. The question is, as you're walking, as you're consulting, as you're talking, who do you consult? Who do you confide in? Who is your support system? Those are the key questions that enable us, whatever challenges we find ourselves in, they really matter. I want to use an example of Nedi. I've brought Nedi on board for some time, and we all are familiar with Nedi. And Nedi is a daughter I've seen grow through in church. And I remember at some point when she was informed to, I'll use her as an example. When she now grew and as a teenager was getting to realize that there are diverse religions even in school. And so she came to me and asked, a friend of mine was talking about this religion that they are in. A friend of mine was talking about this. I don't know if Neddy remembers. And I remember that key question and I was like, this girl needs to know the truth. What am I going to advise her at this point? Because that means what? In school, there is diversity of religion. And those who are in school, tell them about their religion and what their belief systems have been. So the question is, if I use Neddy's example, at Form 2, do you lose your religion and start following another religion because someone else has talked to you about it? And so while you live your religion, the belief system that has grown you up, where are you headed? And that's why I said, all of them are directions. They will lead you. But the question is, where are they leading you? And so when a lady comes and asks such a question, that person is at a vulnerable stage and they want to hear the truth. They want to know. They're at a crossroad because maybe this friend was very influential to a point that you feel, I can join with this. So what do we tell people at their crossroad? And if it is you who is going to consult, who is your support system at a crossroad? I do not have the answer. You have the answer. Mine is just to enlighten you, to make it aware, to bring awareness, and to motivate you to be wise in who you choose in your ship. Because there are those who you will walk with and it will thrive at some point, but the ship will eventually sink. And there are those who you will walk with in that ship and you will get to the end of destination. And through getting to the end of that destination, you will thrive, you will grow, you will excel. And you will look back and say, if I did not have such and such a friend, I would not be where I am. And those people who have helped you, have you taken the trouble? Have you taken the time to appreciate them? One thing I've learned as Joyce, I always affirm people. I always appreciate people. I have created that habit in me that whatever good someone does, I have learned to see the good in them and compliment them for their good and tell them what they have, the value they have in my life. Appreciating gratitude is very important. While you reach the end of your way and you succeed, remember to give thanks to your support system. Remember to appreciate those who have helped you to be where you are. I want to finish up with this analogy that at times we use a ladder, someone uses a ladder to get to where you want to be. Don't throw that ladder. You might need it to come down. Think about it. It's very important. And that's why I'm saying at our crossroad, the people who help us to grow to another level, let us appreciate them, let us affirm them, let us acknowledge them, and let us respect them. Because if it were not them, you would not be where you are. God bless you as you listen to this message. God bless you as you think and internalize this in-depth that we have talked about. Call yourself to a meeting. In Kiswahili we say, jiite mkutano, fikiria, think, and appreciate those people who have helped you at your crossroad and they've made you thrive and excel. Otherwise, that's all I have for today. Bye-bye.